Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Hello and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Today we will go to Moho. And we are going to do that with this specially constructed rocket, which contains enough fuel for 15,000 delta V. That is a lot. But of course, because we're going to Moho, it will be required. Because of its size, its gravity and its close position to the Sun, Moho requires most delta V of any planetary body to circularize around. After doing standard capture, it will take approximately 4000 delta V to get captured in actual orbit and not just fly by and return into interplanetary space. That is why our lander consists of 5 nuclear rockets, and that is a lot. So, we are almost in the orbit, and let's continue with our maneuvering. Because we are going in system, we will have to burn on the side of a Kerbin facing the Sun, and we will burn retrograde to the direction of Kerbin movement as always, so that in the end we lower our orbital speed around Sun and our periapsis will fall down until it meets the orbit of Moho. So far, so good. Everything is perfect and we are almost ready to execute our burn. But most observant already found that the thrust-to-weight ratio of our ship is 0.117 and the burn will take approximately 25 minutes. Not good. So what we're going to do about it? Well, the only thing we can do is we can separate our burn in many slices and complete each one near the periapsis of our orbit, because that will be the most efficient place to do so. And we are going to burn 1 minute before the periapsis and until 1 minute after periapsis. By doing so, we are using Oberth effect, which provides us with more efficient energy near periapsis when conducting any kind of orbit or velocity change. So let's see how it goes. And after a couple of orbits, we are ready to escape Kerbin and head into interplanetary space. And here is our orbit around the Sun. Okay, we are 1 minute after periapsis, so let's cut our thrust in a second. And we will continue trimming our orbit when we already left sphere of influence of the planet Kerbin. Okay, it will happen at around now. Now we are going to encounter Moon on our way. Thankfully we are traveling so fast that Moon cannot actually change our orbit too much. And we are leaving sphere of influence of Kerbin. Good. All we have to do now is trim our orbit. And we see if we can change the inclination first. But it looks like it will take even more delta V than just trimming our orbit. So let's continue with the trimming maneuver. And we're not going to just burn retrograde to lower our periapsis. We're going to create our maneuver near the ascending node. And why there? For one simple reason. If we put our maneuver node there, then we will lower our descending node and place it near the periapsis. So in the end, our intersection with the orbit of Moho and our periapsis will be at approximately same place. I'm not sure exactly why I want to do that, especially the periapsis part, but for some reason I think it is going to be efficient. The main point, I think, is because we are not going to go inside the orbit of Moho. We are not going to have so much speed in relation to the Moho itself, so that we won't have to spend too much delta V when circularizing around it. I hope anyone understood what the hell I've just said, as I'm not exactly sure what the hell it was. But anyway, because this is post-commentary, I already know that it will work. I'm not sure about this being the most efficient maneuver, but it will get us near the Moho. And here's our second Riemann maneuver, which we are placing near our intersection, and it will actually provide us with the encounter itself. By lowering our apoapsis, we are changing the closest approach to Moho, and in the end we are getting encounter straight away. I think it is kinda lucky, because we really only intersect orbit of Moho in one place, and we didn't have to orbit around Sun for many years, waiting for the proper encounter to happen and getting any kind of chance of getting close to our target. So here's our final correction maneuver, which will bring our periapsis around Moho to 70 kilometers or something around that. And it is good enough for us. So let's time warp closer to sphere of influence change. And here we are in the orbit. Well, not in the orbit. We are still getting close to Moho. We have our encounter. Now we need to get captured. And as you can see, it will take approximately 3.5 kilometers per second of delta V to slow us down. It will take almost half of delta V of our ship, but that should be okay. Alright, let's change our periapsis a little bit higher, because at such extreme deceleration we wouldn't be able to do it with the periapsis of 70 kilometers. We would crash into the planet before we actually circularize around it. So our burn is progressing nicely. We are almost halfway there, and this part is obviously sped up a lot to make sure that it doesn't take 8 minutes or something like that. And here we are in the orbit around Moho. We had to ditch 2 of our fuel tanks because they were only taking space, and it looks like our spaceship might be a little bit asymmetric. Oops. Will it land? We will find out in the next episode. For now, thank you all for watching. Remember to like, dislike and comment this video in the section below. My name is Darlock, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.